Daemon thread. We know that multithreading is one of the important features of Java. With the help of this feature we can execute two or more tasks or threads simultaneously. Basically threads can be of two types. 1. Non-daemon thread. 2. Daemon thread. In this video we will talk about daemon thread. A daemon thread is a low priority thread. JVM will not wait for daemon thread to complete its task before terminating the program. Suppose there is a main thread, which is created by JVM by default when we start to execute a program, and two more user-created threads, that is my thread 1 and my thread 2. Here is main thread as a non-daemon thread and these two threads are child threads of this main thread. Therefore these newly created user threads are also by default non-daemon threads. So in this case all three threads are non-daemon thread. And therefore JVM will not terminate and exit the program until all the threads get executed completely. Now in second case, let's consider this my thread 1 as a daemon thread. In this case JVM only take care of execution of main thread and my thread 2. As soon as these threads get executed completely JVM terminate and exit the program. JVM will not care whether this daemon thread method executed completely or not. For more clarity let's consider following segment of the code. Here we have created daemon thread main class which contains our main method. Also we have two more classes, my thread 1 and my thread 2, both extends thread class. Thread class provides constructors and methods to create and operate on threads. Therefore with the help of these classes we can create user threads. Also inside both the class we overrides run method from thread class to execute our own logic. Here inside main method we have created two threads, empty1 using my thread 1 and empty2 using my thread 2, and we have call start method on these threads, which internally calls overridden run method from thread class and actual thread execution begins. Note that we can also set name for those threads by calling setName method on these threads by passing name as string argument. Here is main thread created by JVM as by default non-daemon thread. Therefore user threads are also by default non-daemon threads and therefore JVM will not terminate the program until all these non-daemon threads get execute completely. If we run this program we can see here all three threads execute 3 times each, that is they executed completely, and JVM terminate the execution of program only after all threads get executed completely. Now let us make a small change, make this thread empty1 as daemon thread. We can declare this thread as a daemon thread by calling setDaemon method on this thread object and by passing boolean argument true. Now if we execute this segment of code, we can clearly see that main thread and empty2 are executed completely, while thread empty1 executed partially, that is this for loop of thread empty1 executed only for 2 times. From this it is clear that JVM only take care of execution of main thread and thread empty2, which are non-daemon threads, and it does not care of daemon thread empty1 whether it is executed completely or not. Now let's answer few questions. Can we declare a thread as a daemon thread after calling start method? The answer is no. We cannot set a thread as daemon thread after its execution gets started, that is after calling start method. If we want to declare a thread as daemon thread, the thread must be declared as a daemon thread only before calling start method on that particular thread. If we try to set thread as daemon thread after calling start method, illegal thread state exception occurs. Here if we try to set thread empty1 as daemon thread after calling start method, therefore JVM shows illegal thread state exception. Can we declare a main thread as daemon thread? The answer is again no, we cannot declare main thread as daemon thread. If we declare main thread as daemon thread, JVM shows illegal thread state exception. Let's see the segment of the code. Here we have store main thread and thread reference empty by calling current thread method of thread class. Now if we try to set this main thread empty as daemon thread, then we can clearly see that JVM shows illegal thread state exception. Next question, what is the use of this daemon thread? Daemon threads are mainly used to provide services to user threads. They performs background operations such as garbage collection, finalizer, action listeners, signal dispatchers, etc. Actually when we run a Java program, JVM creates 2 threads by default in Java stack area. One is main thread to execute our program, which is a non-daemon thread, and another thread in the background which is called as garbage collector. Basically garbage collector is low priority daemon thread, which runs in the background and clears heap memory by destroying in-reference objects.